For the first time, the LA Lakers' LeBron James is addressing the standoff between the NBA and China. Last night, the basketball superstar said the Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey was, quote, misinformed or not really educated when he sent a tweet that supported Hong Kong's pro-democracy movement. Jonathan Vigliotti is at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Jonathan, LeBron's taken a lot of heat for those comments.
Yes, he is. And good morning to you, Anthony. The Lakers won their preseason game here last night, but it's what LeBron James said before the game even began that's stealing all the attention away from that win. LeBron James, considered one of the most influential stars in NBA history. His 4-year contract with the Lakers, $152 million. But with all the reaction, and there has been a lot of it, it's clear that members of the league don't agree with him.
I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand.
Lakers star LeBron James criticized the decision by Houston Rockets GM Daryl Morey to support Hong Kong protesters, support that jilted the profitable relationship between the NBA and China.
So many people could have been harmed, not only financially, but physically, emotionally, spiritually. Yes, we do have freedom of speech, but there can be a lot of negative that comes with that too.
The NBA's damage control began last week after Morey tweeted an image saying, "Fight for freedom, stand with Hong Kong." The tweet was posted days before the Lakers were scheduled to play preseason games in China. The Chinese government was furious, stripping down NBA signs and canceling the players' media appearances and team events.
His voice really goes a long way. There's no question he's the most influential player voice in the league.
Washington Post reporter Ben Gulliver covers James and the Lakers.
Why doesn't he stand up for Daryl Morey's tweet, which most people wouldn't consider to be that controversial here in the United States, of basically saying fight for freedom and stand with the protesters? We didn't hear any of those words from LeBron.
James tried to clarify his comments last night on Twitter, writing, "I do not believe there was any consideration for the consequences and ramifications of the tweet. I'm not discussing the substance."
All right, Shalom. Call Hello Yomla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. This is Brother Kalaya, Yah, coming to you again with another lesson through the Spirit. And basically what's going on is this guy LeBron James is he's doing the opposite of what these Edomites, these corporate Edomites want him to do. And that's shut up and dribble. Because you see, what happened was the Rockets general manager, Daryl Morey, made comment about what's going on over there in China. But through the Spirit, we understand that what's happening over there with Hong Kong, with them protesting their government, is biblical, it's scriptural, right? You go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16, it reads, "For the sword," Salakia, chapter 15, verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes." And that's the part right there. The people over there, and not just Hong Kong, but all around the world, you got protesting going on. People are not regarding their kings nor their princes. They could care less about what the fuck, the government has to say. People are fed up. And all these nations are in cahoots to usher in this new world order. So LeBron James is speaking on the situation simply because he had a problem with the general manager of the Rockets joining hands with or agreeing with the protesters over there in Hong Kong, simply because it would mess up his money with China. The video said that more people in China watch the NBA, support the NBA, than people in America. And so China got upset when the general manager put out that tweet. They took down NBA banners, canceled games, And so what happens is it messes up the money of those athletes, and not only the athletes, but the NBA as a whole. And so LeBron James, instead of just shutting up and dribble, he had to go say something because it's messing up his money, right? But he's not speaking according to knowledge. He's not speaking according to the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, according to the word. Mark chapter 8, verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? So what shall it profit LeBron James if he gonna gain the whole world, but he getting ready to lose his soul? Babylon is getting ready to be destroyed, you know. And so he's not speaking according to scripture. He's speaking according to his dollar. It's all about money with these people, right? But that US dollar is about to crash. We know that real currency is gold, silver, you know. So if you go Isaiah chapter 8 verse 20, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it's because there is no light in them. So LeBron James and all these celebrities and athletes that want to speak out about what's going on in the world, they don't have no idea what they're talking about, because there is no light in them. They don't have the wisdom and understanding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, which was taught to us by the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, you know. So so basically the things that he has to say are irrelevant, you know. He's trying to he doesn't want to mess up his money that he's raking in from China. Okay. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 5, verse 11. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. So the scriptures say when you ask the question, you should be swift to hear. You should be quick to listen and give an answer patiently, right? Oftentimes you hear people give answers to situations and the answer just be fucking sporadic. It makes no sense. But because they don't have the knowledge of what's really going on in the world, they have no idea. And if they have any idea, you know, they sold out, so they can't say anything. Verse 12. If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. So when LeBron James was asked about this Daryl Morey tweet and the situation over there in China, he should have laid his hand upon his mouth. And that's what it says right here in 2nd Ezra chapter Sirach chapter 5, verse 12. And then it even goes on to say at the bottom, verse 15, be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or small. So this guy's ignorant to what the hell's going on the planet Earth right now. Okay. So basically, you know, these athletes need to do what that news anchor or sports analyst, whatever she was, said. They need to shut up and dribble, because they don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And ultimately, they're just in it for the money. So let's see. Salakia, bear with me. Yeah, this is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves with many sorrows. So the love of money is the root of all evil, and that's what's pushing this society. But when this dollar crashes, when the petrodollar crashes, and they bring in a market of beasts, people are going to see. You know, people are going to see that this is not a game. You know, LeBron James is slated to be paid over $1 billion over his lifetime by Nike. You know? And so he's trying to save face by speaking up about the situation. and he has no wisdom, knowledge, or understanding of what's truly going on in the earth. All of his riches are going to be brought to naught. You know, he's not going to be able to, like one of his counterparts, Drake would say, when I die, put my money in the grave. You can't take that shit with you, man. Ultimately, if your money's not gold, your money's not silver, your money's not oil, your money's just paper, the petrodollar, IOU. And so, you know, we just waiting on the fall of this wicked ass society. Salakia, brother got the hiccups. We're just waiting on the fall of this wicked ass society, man, and the return of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. With that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yamlah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone.